which is sad. It's horrendous that something like this will happen to anyone.
An overdose or something, and they made a bad decision. There was nothing like that. It was never anything like that. This was a guy who's a predator. I don't know why.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. What about if he got paid to just get the toe out of there and just ignore the smell? Just get this shit out of here. I don't know, don't care, just get it out. There's possibility there.
It took this long to get where we're at. I'm glad there's finally justice is coming, and it doesn't seem like there was this real urge. It wasn't like maybe the
sense of urgency.
Yes, exactly.
The house that David was renting at, that the owners hired you, Celeste has been to that house, correct?
She has, yeah.
Was that the house that they're presuming that all of this went down at?
It's the house that when they say, she was lured to, I'll tell you this, we don't know exactly where it happened. But we're trying.
Jen said, wait, so we are the missing bit that we said tattoo finger go. You see, I feel you, because it has to be some finger somewhere. Did he keep the finger? Because he was the ring finger of the ring that he gave her. And right on her finger of the ring finger, she had the name David tattoo on it. And then at the other hand had the shh tattoo, and the other finger, which it was on the hand. That's one of the ways that she got recognized in her dentist. But her tattoo, they said shh. They actually are Rihanna and David have it. I don't know anybody else that have that tattoo, but famous people that he has that tattoo is Rihanna and David. And y'all know Rihanna is as demonic and satanic as she gets, in my opinion, though. You know what I mean? So her husband, both Satanists, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Trophy, oh my God, what a freak. He had an infatuation with corpus, like he had an infatuation with corpses, like with chopped up stuff from bodies and limbs and fingers. It was a picture of him holding a finger that people will say, oh my God, that was Celeste finger. But no, it's a finger that is from anime or whatnot, that he says the finger has powers, is the finger of a demon and whatnot. So yeah, he was into all that satanic shit though. But yes, it has to be fingers somewhere. Where Celeste ring finger is. Because again, they found everything but her missing fingers. Is tough.
Trying to figure that out, and we're also trying to find out where the murder weapons may be, and not only the murder weapon but also the dismemberment tools that were used.
After all this started coming out, like, was David still tied to that house?
No. So as far as we know, the way it happened was David was on tour when this news broke, even of the car being LAPD initially being called to the tow yard because of a foul smell and flies circling the car. He was on tour, and so it came out that, hey, there's been a body found in a car that's registered to David. They had no idea. Well, the public had no idea that it was Celeste. People in his Discord had a good idea who it was, though. He continued on with his tour. It wasn't until they identified her as Celeste, was a documented missing person out of Lake Elsinore, which is like 80 miles away from LA, that they finally called the tour off. But he just kept plugging away. He never made a comment about it. The only comment they made was his press people said that they were cooperating with LAPD, which they never were, which we come to find out they never were. That was a lie. They just wanted to keep going. And it did keep going. And then when they did call it off, he's never made a comment, and he was never seen in public again. He was in West Hollywood, very close to
Did he go back to the house that the manager had rented, or did he go somewhere else?
So what happened was, after she was identified, they served a search warrant. LAPD served a search warrant on the house. The next day, I believe it was September 17th, his management contacted the owner and basically said they were breaking the lease. They were going to have the movers come the next day, which they did, and they came and they grabbed certain.
I gotta say, Jen, I totally agree with you. Like, if that was the case, again, we don't know. That he took her left thigh, and out of everything, her left thigh, like Left Thigh, the rapper, the singer from TLC, which is all symbolism. It is all symbolism. He could have taken her eye out as a symbol and signal and symbol to their cult, a signal of the all-seeing eye, the eye of Lucifer. And also could signal an eye for an eye. But in my opinion, when he did that, it was a signal to, could be people that he caught with. Because in my opinion, the Eye of Horus. Thank you, Jan. Thank you. Thank you. We have the best chat in the whole YouTube true crime. The best. We got Jane, we got Amy, and we got Jen, Amy, and Jane. The trilogy. True crime experts. Okay. The Eye of Horus. Yes. Because again, it seems like he was on all these satanic stuff, symbolism and whatnot. And it's very important that we pay attention to those details. Again, that one finger could be to conceal evidence, far as the name David, and far as let's say we don't know if her finger, because remember, it seems like they worked together since she was like 12 years old. That's the allegations right now as we see. What about if he gave her that ring when she was 12? Now a whole year has gone by. Now let's say that the ring is hard to get off the finger. It's only one way to get the ring and get the finger that he says your name of a minor that is dead and mutilated. It's dark, but you'd be surprised how some humans live their life. There's no see, no speak. Yes, 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 Jane.
Things, but they left a lot behind, and they basically then said, anything that's left behind, just do what you want with. We're out. He's never seen again. Now we find out that he was in another rental house just a few miles away.
Like what a lot of people are kind of confused with, and I was hoping that.
So David had two houses. He had the one that the management team had, and then they had a whole other house. So it's like you have a streaming house, but I guess you could stream from the other house too, because it seems like one of the last live streams that the Celeste was part of, it was at the older house, not at the mansion of the landlord that got the contractor Fisher. It's crazy. What money and fame, and when you have money, got access to do, have 2-3 houses. You know what I mean?
You can kind of break down better for us is the car was reported to be a couple blocks away from his house. That house, it wasn't the house that the owners that you work with had. Okay, So was
So
that?
whenever I say the house, I'm talking about my client's house,
Yes,
which
sir.
is some people call the mansion or whatever. It's the only house that we were aware of at the time that he was living in. Now there is a house before the lease started, which he did that famous live stream from. The delete everything